Hi, it's Larry Gaines. In this video tonight, it's Thursday afternoon, February the 6th. I want to go through the markets and go through some income trade opportunities. So, starting off, the S&P futures need to know where the broad market stands, because this will determine a lot of the movement over the next couple days or even weeks on various different stocks that I'm looking at for trades. But first off, this is the S&P futures, and you can see here we've come back and it closed today over the 8 EMA. So this is one step forward as far as maybe trying to get a bottom in, but it still has a cluster of major resistance up here at the 50, the 21, all these different moving averages to go through. So a lot ahead. Now tomorrow is the non-farm payroll number, and this is a big number. So tomorrow, that particular number will be a catalyst for this market to either be at a bottom here and moving higher, or have this thing turn back around and go lower. So I'm just going to wait, see how that number pans out. But you can see here that we had a nice hourly squeeze, break to the upside, and then it went right into the 8 EMA, closed over it. So still a lot of resistance up here. So first off, tomorrow non-farm payroll, and then take it from there. So here's the NASDAQ 100. It's been a little bit stronger. You can see we had an engulfing pattern here, and it closed above the 8 EMA, and now it's back into this 15 EMA and the 50 up here. So it made a push higher. So this is the first step to see if it can gain some momentum, but tomorrow will be that particular news to either catapult the market higher or have this thing reverse and retest these lows right here. So having watched that, a couple other correlations to keep an eye on: the yen. So that has been highly correlated to the U.S. equity markets, and you can see here today, the past couple of days, yen has pulled back, and it squeezed triggered to the downside. So as yen pulls back, that pushed the equity market higher. Now the other market to look at also that's been highly correlated to the equity markets, our markets, been the 30-year Treasury bond. Came up into this 200-day moving average, and now it's pulled back. So it also triggered to the downside. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. Tomorrow will be a big mover, and also will have a major effect on gold. You can see gold now is in a compression squeeze on the daily and hourly. So whatever happens tomorrow on unemployment will either rocket this to the upside or downside. Now the other thing I want to keep an eye on are some of the stocks, and I want to look at some various income strategies on various stocks, and I'll show you a few that I'm currently looking at. Now I'm watching Netflix. It's really held up nicely, very strong. So depending on what happens tomorrow with the non-farm payroll, I'm going to probably look at doing some kind of income strategy on Netflix, probably maybe an iron condor. Going to be looking at that. I'm looking at various strategies where I can collect some premium either on the upside or downside. So Netflix is one possibly for a nice iron condor spread trade setup. The other one I'm kind of interested in is Apple. See if Apple can sustain and hold this 500 level, and then I might look to do some type of bull put credit spread on Apple, depending on what happens tomorrow. But it's also in a squeeze on the hourly, so I'm going to watch this closely. The other one I like to look at is Amazon. So Amazon's come back down, held some support in here. We had a nice little break to the upside on a squeeze. So if Amazon can hold in this area here, it's going to be into its earnings gap, and I'm going to look at some type of credit spread on Amazon as well, probably a bull put credit spread. So that and a few others, but those are some of the things I'm going to look at for tomorrow. But I'm going to wait for that non-farm payroll number. That'll be a key catalyst for the market, either going up or down for the next couple days or even a week or so. So keep an eye on that. Now one other thing that I want to bring up is income option workshop that I'm currently putting on. It'll be on next Tuesday, and let me show you what we're going to go through in this 2-day workshop that'll last anywhere from 2 to 3 hours over that 2-day period. So it's a trader's workshop, and it's going to start next Tuesday and Wednesday. February the 11th and 12th at 7 p.m. Eastern till 8. I always run over, want to make sure everybody, gets all their questions answered. And what you're going to receive out of that, what we're going to cover is the following information. Very low price for everybody who's interested, either from a starting out from options or to the expert level. But we're going to cover specifically credit spreads. So I'm going to go through how to use credit spreads to create low risk, high probability trades, how to use credit spreads on stocks and index options such as the SPX, NDX, OEX, RUT. These are great for credit spreads because you don't have to worry about earnings or some other overnight problems with a stock company or something like that that can upset and create big volatility in a stock. So the indexes are perfect for type of income strategies. How to use non-directional credit spreads and when to use them. How to steadily, consistently grow a small account through credit spreads. How to defend the trade. When you have a trade that's gone wrong, you better understand what you need to do in order to defend it. And a lot of times you can turn a losing trade into a winning trade if you use the right strategy. So we're going to go through that. When and how to use the iron condors. There's certain times to use them and certain times that you don't want to use them. And then one of the things that I love the most is how to turn a 70% probability of winning into 90% probability of winning using credit spreads. Also how and when to use an iron butterfly for collecting credit, and step-by-step guide for executing the spreads. What technical analysis techniques do you need to use, for identifying the proper market structure for the various different strategies. And we'll go through the power cycle trading model, how we use that for directional screening. The best market time frames for spreads. And how you can do the spreads at the end of the day so you don't have to be looking at your charts all day long. So we're going to cover this and much more, but it's going to be a great 2 days, and you're going to get your invitation to this live webinar, plus you'll get the recording of the webinar. And let's see what else you'll get. You'll get access to the live webinar over 2 hours. You'll get the recorded event, all the PowerPoints, and it's all just $97. So just visit the link on this email or go to powercycletrading.com/credit and get your seat there before they fill up. We're going to keep it at 200, and we're getting pretty close to full now. So if you're interested, I hope to see you next week, and good luck trading.